I ask my wise angels to guide me always with insights, wisdom, compassion, genuine authenticity, and deeper truths. Collective, hear me. Here is the message. I meant to post this yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. Okay. And I just couldn't because all day long, throughout the day, I was like in a roller coaster. So today seems like a brighter day. So here we go. Yesterday morning, I woke up with double-minded, double-minded, double-minded. And repeatedly, it just kept going, double-minded, double-minded, double-minded. And I wasn't even awake yet. I wasn't even out of bed yet, and I already had it in my head. And so I asked God, and I said, what is the importance of this message? And what is the meaning of this message, Father? So I looked it up, and I had searched double-minded in the Bible and came up with some scriptures. James 1, 5 through 8. Okay, and I'm going to read it to you. Now, if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives to all generously and without criticizing, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith without doubting, for the doubter is like the surging sea, driven and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. An indecisive man is unstable in all of his ways. Another, for I do not do the good that I want to do, but I practice the evil that I do not want to do. Romans 7, verse 19. And then I thought to look up Jezebel's spirit and Leviathan's spirit. And this is what I got, collective, because I feel like all of this is linked to double-minded and is rooted in the meaning of double-minded. Let's start with Jezebel's spirit, okay? And you can find Jezebel in the Bible in 1st and 2nd Kings, okay? For 1st King 21, 5, 16, 1st King 18, verse 19, and Revelation 2, verse 20, and I'm going to write it all down. The characteristics of a Jezebel spirit: seduction, demonic influence, and I'm going to tell you she is portrayed in the Bible as a wicked queen, okay? She is a spiritual enemy that seeks to undermine religious authority and morality. And some traits, characteristics of a Jezebel spirit is seduction, demonic influence, manipulation, control, false prophecy, idolatry, negative spiritual influence. For some reason, I didn't get much for Jezebel, okay, but I got a lot of information for Leviathan spirit, so hear me. In mythology, the Leviathan is a colossal, fearsome sea serpent, okay, a multi-headed creature, a serpentine, okay, or a monster, or a crocodile-like creature. This type of spirit represents chaos and power, chaotic forces of the sea, connection to the devil, okay. He is, in fact, a demon of one of the deadly sin, which is envy. And you will find Leviathan spirit in the Bible under Isaiah and Psalms. Symbolism for Leviathan spirit, okay, represents chaos, a powerful enemy of God, manifestation of envy, one of the 7 deadly sins, okay. In present time, collective, and I feel like this is the message, we're getting somewhere here, okay? In present time, a Leviathan spirit, and I'm sure you've seen it because this is where I'm headed to, okay? A very manipulative and destructive entity associated with pride, deception, and twisting of truth. This, in fact, causes discord in relationships, partnerships, covenants, okay, even at work. And if you haven't noticed, a Leviathan spirit, okay, characteristics of Leviathan spirit and their actions, okay, is pride and arrogance, deception and manipulation. They are destruction to all relationships and partnerships, okay? And this also deals with spiritual warfare. But or not, okay, some physical issues that is linked to the spirit, okay, such as stiffness, insomnia, personal bickering, lack of spiritual growth. The only way we can get rid of Jezebel spirits, Leviathan spirits, okay, is through repentance, practicing humility, okay, which I feel like is the antidote to pride. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, okay, and seeking truth and clarity. So collective, if you spot, okay, and to be so aware that when you spot this spirit in someone, okay, some key signs: constant miscommunication, escalated conflicts, inability to apologize, okay. Their pride is the central theme here, okay. They are spirits, okay. And remember that we don't fight with flesh and blood, okay, but principalities, okay. They are somebody who refuses to bend, okay, and accepting correction. They don't like correction. They don't like it when you correct them, and they don't like to be questioned, because that means that they have to come correct, right? You will also spot leading to coldness in prayer and spiritual insensitivity, okay? They are also somebody who is very destructive in dividing families, ministries, and churches, and have this inability to connect, a general inability to connect with others and or God. This is in fact what is destroying the planet, destroying relationships and partnerships that we may not recognize. We may not even have the knowledge that these spirits are in us, right? Because we only see and very aware of the appearance only. We don't really look into us, you know, like there's depth into us, okay? And so I believe, okay, the importance of this message, double-minded, like this is because I've been feeling this weird energy in the air since like Friday, I want to say. And I have been in this roller coaster of trying to, and I know that when I have something in my mind, that when my intuition feels something, okay, I have this need to be still and to quiet myself and to just really listen in like attentively, right? And so when I got this message, I thought, this is what the world is experiencing. Okay, there's a lot of Jezebel spirit and Leviathan spirit surrounding us. And so the message here is to be so aware of who you are speaking to, who you're sharing information with, who you're giving your energy to, okay? Because you may not know it, collective, but in the world that we live in, we easily get influenced and sucked into people's situations and lifestyle, and these are things to be so aware of. That you may not know that you're dealing with somebody who's double-minded, and somebody who is double-minded is not aware and don't have clean and clear conscience to know it for themselves, right? And so like if you're in a situation or like you feel like you had to distance yourself from people, you just have this need to be away. You have this feeling of like, okay, something doesn't seem right. Your intuition is telling me there's something wrong with this person, and I know it's not me, you know. And when you say I know it's not me, your intuition is telling me. When intuition is telling you, I know this is not me. I know I've done my work. Follow your intuition, because you just don't know who you're dealing with. Okay, and a lot of us are walking around with double-minded, and we don't even have the consciousness to clear these spirits within us. And so, like I said, the only way to get rid of these spirits, Jezebel, Leviathan spirits, is through repentance, practicing humility, and seeking truth and clarity within. I love you.